This video is brought to you by RVGenset.com.
Hey guys, today we're taking a look at what else? A new generator. This one is by the Atima Corporation. It is the AY2000i. It is, as you might have guessed, in the 2000 watt class of generators. Let's start out by taking a look at the generator. Here it is, and it's covered by one of the accessories you can purchase, the Atima generator cover. Forget about Tony Robbins, you can just look at your generator. Learn to value yourself, my friends. I think that's good advice. Kind of cheers you up to look at it, doesn't it? And the cover is not included, but they do include some DC charge cables and a handy little tool kit that includes a screwdriver and a little wrench. Also included is the exact amount of 4-stroke engine oil that you need. So whatever you do, don't start your generator without first putting in the oil, which is super easy. Here you see it emblazoned on the side of the unit. It's powered by Yamaha. So it's a Yamaha engine in here. Not a Yamaha knockoff, an actual Yamaha engine. And when you buy the generator, you get really two owner's manuals. You get an owner's manual for the generator, but you also get an owner's manual for the Yamaha MZ80 engine. So the heart of the generator is a Yamaha, and I think that's significant because Yamaha makes great engines. Although these units are made in China, they are designed in Japan. And although the exterior of the unit is plastic, it seems to be a pretty high quality plastic in terms of like this exterior is kind of glossy and it just doesn't have a cheap feel to it. It actually has a premium look, shall we say. These things without fuel weigh around 46, 47 pounds. Once you fuel them up, they're around 50 pounds in weight. So let's move in close and take a look at some of the features of this unit. On one side of the unit, you will see kind of a little on-off switch or knob. And in this case, green means don't go. So if you have it turned to the green position, it's off. That really probably should have been red. But if you rotate it to the left, you have turned the generator on. There's a warning sticker, do not pull the starter cord while the engine is running. If you do so, you will open a rift in the space-time continuum. So whatever you do, don't do that. And this is a good old-fashioned lawnmower style pull start. And now moving on to the main control panel. Let's come in tight. You've got three little pilot lamp lights up here. To the left is your output indicator, which turns green if the generator is running and outputting power. In the middle, your overload alert. If you overload the generator, that's gonna light up and you're gonna have to reset the circuit breakers. To the right, the low oil alert, and hopefully you won't be seeing that, but if the oil were to run low, you would get an alert on your panel. To the right, you see the smart throttle. And so in other words, it will throttle up to meet whatever demand is placed upon it, or it'll throttle down if no demand is being placed on it. And in that case, of course, it gets quieter, which is nice. To the left, we see the DC 12 volt power outlet. And it's sort of your good old-fashioned cigarette lighter style. There's no USB port here, but you could easily plug in one of the little USB chargers into the 12 volt outlet. Below that, we have the circuit breaker for the 12 volt, and to the right, the circuit breaker for the 20 amp. And we have two 20 amp plugs. If you want to plug this unit directly into your RV, you're going to need to purchase a 30 amp adapter. So that's a 20 to 30 adapter. And once one of those is plugged into your unit, you can plug it straight into your RV. That is not included in the package. Below the circuit breaker, you will find the choke, which you will pull out to start the unit. And for best results, you want to start the unit with the smart throttle turned to off. The last feature to look at here is where you would attach a grounding wire if you want to ground the unit. Quickly, we'll look at the top of the unit, and you will see it does have a fuel gauge, which is a nice feature because not all of these 2000 watt class generators include a fuel gauge. And you add fuel here. Of course, it takes good old-fashioned gasoline. There's a little fuel filter at the top to filter out any impurities. It holds, I believe, 3.9 liters of fuel. So you metric to English aficionados can do the math. And you can also access the spark plug from the top, which I've not had to do yet, but I think it's kind of nice that they do have an access panel for you. And I have installed a little hour meter here that works just on vibration of the engine. So we'll see how that turns out. If you're interested in one of these vibration hour meters, we will include a link, of course, in the YouTube description for this video. Next, I want to show you where you add oil to the unit. And there's a handy little service panel here on the bottom of one side, and you just flip up this little rubber cover and it comes right out. And then you can see where you can add oil right there, and it takes right around 400 milliliters of oil, something like that. And here's where I want to show you another great accessory that you can get. Again, this is not included with the unit, but for an extra 15 bucks or so, you can pick up a magnetic dipstick. Atima makes magnetic dipsticks to fit a variety of different generator brands. And even if you don't have an Atima branded generator, you should probably look into getting one of these magnetic dipsticks if they make one that will fit your unit. You put these magnetic dipsticks inside your generator, and any little tiny metal fragments that might be swimming around in your oil will stick to it. And let me show you kind of what I'm talking about. Pretty cool, huh? So, and it's pretty tough to grab that off there. So you've got this little magnetic dipstick working for you inside your generator, getting those tiny bits of metal out of your oil. Another accessory that I want to show you guys is parallel wire. Here's parallel cable. Here on the face of the unit, you'll find where you can plug in your parallel cables and attach two of these units together. And so you will basically double your power output. And if you want to plug your RV directly into the two running in parallel, you link the two together and you come out and you can plug your 30 amp right into there. I haven't been able to test running these in parallel because we only have one unit. So that's all I can say about that. I don't know. Another accessory that you guys might be interested in is this extended run fuel cap that is designed to replace your factory fuel cap, and you can attach an external fuel source to your unit. And this would allow you to run your generator indefinitely, really, just depending upon the size of the fuel source. To crank the generator, we need to rotate the fuel switch to the on position, and you can see it's in dark gray there, and they've got off illustrated with green, but you want to rotate that to the left so we have fuel. We also want to pull out the choke and make sure our smart throttle is turned off. And now we should be ready to crank this unit.
Impressed.
I am impressed.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm gonna shut it back off. On one side of the unit, you'll see two screws along the top. You can loosen these screws and this panel pops out and you can access the interior of the generator. There's an air filter located down to the left that occasionally you might want to clean and or replace. Of course, there's also a spark plug up to the top. But when you pop open this maintenance cover, you'll see Yamaha stamped in several places on that engine. So what can you use this generator for? Well, the 2000 watt class of generator is probably the most popular amongst RV campers. You can use it to run small appliances, blenders, toaster ovens, hair dryers. You can use it to juice up your RV batteries. They're quiet enough that you could take them out in theory by the picnic table.
You buy an inverter generator for two main reasons. The first is clean sine wave power that is safe for your portable electronic devices. The second reason you buy an inverter unit is noise or lack thereof. These things are relatively quiet. Here's a simple noise test using a digital sound meter pointed at the generator from a distance of 25 feet, and the baseline ambient noise is
about 46 decibels.
The generator is sitting on asphalt adjacent to a natural area, and the exhaust is pointed to the right. So the generator is running with economy mode off, about 57 decibels. Now we're going to try it with no load and the smart throttle turned on. The smart throttle dropped the noise level under no load about 3 decibels. It's really quiet. The smart throttle on about 54 decibels.
All right guys, so now it's time for the all-important hair dryer test. You've heard me talk about my wife's jet engine of a professional hair dryer. This thing sucks about 2,000 watts. So honestly, it should overload this generator because the generator provides 1,600 running watts. However, we're gonna see how the generator responds under load.
All right, I'm gonna turn it on, low fan. Warm heat. So let's see what kind of readout we have there.
It's reading right about 60 decibels.
All right, here's high fan, warm heat.
Right about 65.
Next up, we're gonna do high fan, hot heat. This should overload the generator. We'll see if it does. As expected, the small displacement engine gets louder under heavy loads. However, it does not overload, which is a bit of a surprise.
Actually a little quieter. 62.
Okay.
One thing I learned is that it can run this 2,000 watt hair dryer, which I actually think is pretty impressive because this generator is supposed to supply 1,600 running watts. And when you set that hair dryer at full heat and full fan, it's supposedly pulling about 2,000 watts at the max, but we ran the hair dryer without overloading the generator, so that is good. All right guys, so we're just gonna plug up the little Atima to our Airstream. You see this thing is pretty easy to lift, certainly not a heavy generator. And we're gonna plug our 30 amp into the adapter. All right, this is a totally unfair test, but just for fun, we're going to kick on the air conditioner just to see what happens. It absolutely should overload this little generator. Okay, in this totally unfair test, I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner. I'm gonna set it to cool and just set the fan on low. This should overload the generator. air conditioner is actually blowing. I don't know how, but it's blowing. It's working. Right now, the Atima is powering our 13,500 BTU air conditioner set to cool and low fan. Now, Atima claims that these generators output 2.5 times the running watts in terms of starting watts. And what really typically overloads generators when you run an air conditioner, it's not the running of the air conditioner, it's starting it. Because starting those compressors really requires a lot of electricity. I'm going to try to overload the generator. I'm running the air conditioner. I'm going to turn on a dehumidifier, and I will also turn on the RV refrigerator. So that absolutely should overload it. So it's blowing cold air on high fan now. I've got the temperature ratcheted down to 60 degrees. This is crazy. It's still working. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the water heater. So we'll have the air conditioner and the electric water heater. That did it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's come in and take a look at it in the overload. Well, it's still...
It flashed yellow and then it rounded down.
It's still running though. I'm gonna see if the AC is still running. The AC is still running. This is ridiculous. The fridge is on, the air conditioner is running on high fan, and the electric water heater is on. The only thing left to do maybe is turn on the microwave. This will absolutely overload it. So now I'm turning on the microwave oven. This has got to do it.
Flashing overload now.
It finally overloaded. So once it overloaded, it kind of blows a circuit breaker, and you have to reset that. And we'll probably have to power everything down to reset it. And we'll reset the circuit breaker. We finally overloaded, but I have to admit, I am really surprised by this performance. This little generator powered our factory original air conditioner. It hasn't been modified in any way. Now it's a cool kind of late autumn, early winter day, so perhaps it would perform differently if it was 95 degrees in the middle of August. I'm gonna shut it down. You can rest. Well done. All right guys, so that's a look at the Atima AY2000i portable inverter generator. Overall, I really think this little generator has a lot going for it. The one issue that I have not tested with this generator that's of really significant importance is customer service. I can't really give you any guarantees about customer service because I haven't had to use the customer service. We've only had this unit for a relatively short period of time. We've put it through its paces, but we can't really deliver a long-term report just yet. The unit does have a 3-year warranty, so that offers some reassurance. And because it uses a Yamaha engine, I would think that if you had specific issues with the engine, you could probably go to a Yamaha dealer. I've always said that I really like to see competition in the generator space. We all know about the red brand and the blue brand. Now we've got the yellow brand, the gray brand, and I suppose the white brand is joining the fray. Overall, I'm impressed with this effort, and I hope Atima continues to focus on quality. Stay tuned to our channel because we'll be probably including this in some future videos. If you want more information about this and other RV generators, be sure to check out rvgenset.com. At rvgenset.com, you will find a master list of just about every portable inverter generator under the sun that you could use for RV camping. So check it out. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Lo-lo-ho.
Hey guys, if you like our videos, a great way to say thank you is to shop using our store on Amazon. You can find it at amazon.com/shop/longlonghoneymoon.
Everything you need for your next RV adventure awaits in our store. But you don't have to just buy camping gear.
You can use our store to buy anything that Amazon sells.
When you make a purchase using our store, we receive a small commission. We're reinvesting those commissions into the production of our show. So a great way to support Long Long Honeymoon is to do all of your Amazon shopping using our store.
And one other thing to remember, all purchases made in the Amazon store are completely private. So we have no idea who is buying what.
So if you're looking to buy a new banana slicer, you now know where to go.
Or a banana hammock.
I beg your pardon.
I mean, I'm just saying.